This module is from American Practical Piano Level 3, and it's called War Dance. It's the first of the Etudes. As always, I get the student to clap a beat to the backing track first. And as always, I don't say what the beat is. I'm just saying, just try and find something you feel is a comfortable beat, and then we'll try variations of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now double that up, half notes now. Now in our usual way, quarter notes, but split. Other way around. Oh yes, we both stopped there quite naturally. Now that was interesting, wasn't it? That the student actually started with whole notes. And that, I think, because the piece is quite quick, that is quite common for the student to actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and not go like this, like is written in the book. So I don't suggest anything particular, but half notes most likely, whole notes possible, quarter notes possible. Let's now clap the rhythm that's written in the book, a letter B. So this is a set rhythm, and we'll do it together. Good. Now don't forget there's a little repeat. It's not a very big one, is it? But there is a repeat sign there. Now, what I'm going to get you to do on this one is not go to all these notes, because this is using a great big long row of notes and also takes you out of 5-finger position. So I'm going to ask you in the usual way to play the rhythm on one note, on A. And because this is a war dance, I quite like doing a low one. There's one down there. So should we try that? So on one note with the same rhythm. The idea of that, you can now do A and B, or A, B, C, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, and then you can go on a journey and go to A, B, C, D, E, even G, which is the row of notes that's marked. And some students find that F works very nicely, and you know, I even had a student recently who said to me, can I use G sharp? Now doesn't that sound funny? Let me just show you what they did. This is still sticking with the rhythm in the book. You quite like that? So it was like a slightly Arabic version of the piece. Because it's a war dance, obviously it can be any nation. Nations often fight from different parts of the world. So I'm just saying, some students actually hear a note which isn't written down in the book, and teachers, you should not necessarily say you can't use that. You should say, let's see how that sounds, if you like. Anyway, let's presume that you might have gone through these various notes, trying various notes out and seeing what they sound like. So what I'd like you to do now is go straight to the left-hand chords of this one. D minor chord. Good, so one chord should have been a D minor and you didn't move to it, but that just takes a little bit of practice. It wouldn't take long to get that, would it? It's quite a stimulating chord progression, that one. Now, what I'd like you to do, forget the left hand for a moment, because you can imagine what it's like to play both hands, but what I want you to do now is think about your own tune. You're relatively free to use what notes you like. This is up to level 3 now. Play me A, B, C, D, E for a start, the sound of it. Just A, B, C, D, E. Or you could shift position and go, and then go to this position. So think of it as one position with your thumb on the C, and another position with your thumb on the A. And in fact, there's another position you could use with your thumb on the G, and another one with your thumb on the E. You see what I mean? So you can shift your hand into different positions and play around the notes. On the whole, we don't use an F in this piece. I haven't got it marked. but the other note, all the other white notes sound pretty good. Okay. Now I want you to actually just be a little bit sort of off the top of your head now and just try your own tune. I'm going to play it with the track and just see what comes out. You don't even need to pre-think it. But do something a little bit fancy. Can you remember that? But it's a lovely idea. With a chord at the beginning. See if you can play it again. The same tune you just played. If you don't, do something like it. Repeat that. And again. Now something different. Very good. Okay, that was a kind of A-B structure, wasn't it? We had the same thing 3 times and then a new thing at the end. You're using chords, you're using grace notes. Now, one other thing which sounds very nice in a lot of the music for these books is to use something called pedal notes. Do you know about pedal notes? Well, pedal note is where you play, for instance, the E, and you play notes underneath it. So you keep sounding the E like a violin player. And in fact, if you shift your hand up, you can do A. See how I'm doing that? Now, do you want to just play around with that without the track? Just have a little play with the pedal note E. So that sounds very folky, doesn't it? It's really nice. Now shift it up to the A, so you've got an A at the top. No Fs, don't forget, so it's just G, G, and then jump down to E. That's it. Now, do you want to try a little idea like that now with the track? Go crazy. Shift down. Good. Now you went da 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 da. I've never told you to do that. So you're now starting to really do your own ideas, aren't you? Now, how brave are you? Do you want to try a little bit of that now with the left-hand chords as well? It doesn't matter if they're all not right yet, because it takes a bit of practice, but it feels really nice when you put both hands together. So pedal notes and left-hand chords. Shift up. Now, of course, your left hand should have shifted to the D, shouldn't it? Okay, but when it does, it sounds fantastic. So you want to just try that again. Remember to shift to the D in the left hand as well. I'll go shift, and you'll shift. What's the chord in the left hand shifting to? That's it. Okay, here we go. One more time. Shift. And shift back. To E minor. D minor, D minor, back to the first chord and stay there. Great, I slightly put you wrong there because it didn't sound like I said the right chord, but you get the idea. That sounded great, didn't it? So that's doing something really quite sophisticated now. So well done. And that's the end of this module.